runs through Nantan streets. The asphalt drinks it in irregular patterns, pooling where the ground dips, streaming where it slopes. The meat of former sorcerers line these cracked roads. The Miyamoto clan stands at a precipice. Ryo Miyamoto, son of Kota, has made his choice. The cursed spirit Namazu, a special grade whose tremors crack foundations, has been tasked through a binding vow for heinous work. Alongside Ryo, two operatives from Heaven's Temple, their curse technique remain unconfirmed. Their threat level undetermined. Sota Miyamoto fights alone. The special grade earthquake curse towers before him. Mass and cursed energy converge in proportions that violate reason. David versus Goliath. If David had been born into a world where slings meant nothing and giants shrugged off mountains, though, the current grading system would deem this fight an execution. Kota Miyamoto, the clan head, faces something worse than death. His son, his own blood. A boy who chose power over peace, who crossed the lines that can't be uncrossed. Every father's nightmare given form. The responsibility to end what he has created sits in Kota's chest like a curse. Across the chaos, Kaito, first year, and Yuri, second year. Their mission, rescue the missing girl. The complication, Ota Hideyoshi holds her. Bishop, the Father Gabriel, sent by the church through channels the IEJ hasn't mapped for reasons they haven't determined. Ota's curse technique remains classified and his objective remains unclear. But the girl is alive as the curse user was confronted. And lastly, Hitomi, the student sorcerer, paired with Hoshiko, Sota's mother, a woman who has seen too much and survived way too many. Together they face Ria Tsukishiro. The IEJ calls him the Silver Fox. The nickname undersells it. His curse technique has left bodies, and his affiliation with the church is the only known factor. Countless lives, 5 battles, 1 clan. The falling hour of the Miyamoto clan has begun. Hidden beneath the manor in the wooded outskirts lays a forgotten temple. Hachidai's shrine, that was important, reigns from long ago when the founder of the clan, Musashi Miyamoto, prayed before his legendary duels. Over the decades, it has become a haven for warriors to reconnect with their ancestors and to pay homage to those they've loved, but who are no longer with us. Why Kota Miyamoto has chosen this location to come first is unknown to any but himself. Ryo stands in front of the shrine with a wide, evil grin. His face, and with an arsenal of ironclad curse tools on his body dressed, looks like a war-torn shogun rather than a jujutsu sorcerer. He unveils his iron mace with its thick wooden shaft and dark metal head sported with flat spikes that scream lethality, pointing it at you, Kota, his father. I will not let you steer the Miyamoto clan to a quiet death, father. My love for my lineage outweighs my loyalty towards you, Hoshiko, or any of the other members. Through the fire and the flame, I shall burn the thorns that have hindered us for so long, and if the Miyamoto clan burns with it, we shall arise like a phoenix of ash, born again as something new.
Kota stands silent. Can I try to use my senses to see if he's under the effect of any curse technique?
I will let you do that, but it's going to be an intelligence DC roll of a very high amount that I'm not going to reveal right now.
Okay, it's just a simple +1. 13.
13? You have no idea of knowing. Unfortunately, your prowess in sorcery does not include the theoreticals behind such things like mind-altering technique.
He takes a long, deep sigh as he goes, "You knew I was going to be here. I doubt you know why, but I do not believe that matters at the moment. You may either move by your own choice, or you will be moved unconsciously, my son. The choice is yours. He
He
stands firm. There is no malice in his words, but the pressure of his cursed energy blankets the area as he stares his son down. There is no threats. There is no malice. There is simply the information.
he looks at you, sensing your presence. He's known your power for long. He can read you just as well as you can read him. He burrows his eyes and lifts down his mace. You think I want this, father? My love for this clan, the magnitude, you can't comprehend it.
Silence! He stares Ryu down and goes, I know you, my boy, and you know me not to be an idiot. I know you not to be an idiot. I know that you have the brains. I know you have the comprehension to know that this has nothing to do with any of that. If it did, you would not put the clan in danger. So do not insult me by saying this is about the clan.
How dare you? Your hypocrisy sickens me. You led this clan to become a weak, frail thing. The tree of the Miyamoto is dying. We must start anew, and that means an end to you, father.
He simply puts his hand on his sword sheathed at his hip. There is no more talking that needs to be done.
He gets in a stance. For once, I agree. Roll initiative, everybody.
All right, so that's my dexterity.
Yes, it is.
All right, and because of quick start, I get advantage on this.
Alrighty.
That's a 22 for initiative.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll mine as well. That is a 13. So you will start us off on initiative.
All right.
You have 3
Kota.
action points. Kota, go ahead.
All right. Kota begins as he draws his sword, takes a deep breath as he goes. Extension technique. Gladius Orchard. As he's going to spend 2 CE and 2 CE and 40 hardened petals. I'll go ahead and reduce that. So that's -2. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce that from my petals too. So that takes 2 action points. And then he draws his sword in a flourish of pink, red, and white petals collecting around his blade, coalescing into a brilliant Sakura blade as he simply lays it to his side and is going to hold an action. He ends his turn.
We will see this, your petals surrounding. He is not ignorant to what you can do. He knows that this battle can only be won if he can use what he's excruciated, what knowledge he's learned from growing up with you. Ever since he was a child, he has watched you with admiration. Even now, using your technique, he sees the Miyamoto clan for what it can be, for the strength it can have, for the power it can wield. And he is frustrated. You see his cursed energy build up, erupt in flames. This man, Ryo Miyamoto, is no ordinary sorcerer. He's an inhabitor of a rare thing, a cursed energy trait. A cursed energy trait that has the great and terrifying name, Burning Forge. he is going to use a action point to build up his heat. And he is going to increase it from level 0 to level 1. This is going to give all of his attacks from here on out an additional 1d6 and fire damage. And he is going to go ahead and spend 2 CE to activate that, and his 1 action point. And for his next attack, he is going to choose to grab one of the swords. He has a multitude of weapons in an arsenal on him. Grab one of his swords, inflame it, and throw it towards you. I'm going to need you to roll me a dexterity save.
Okay, so that's going to be plus That is going to be a 12.
His sword spins and spins and spins until it eventually, as you dodge under it, curves with you and slashes you in the rib, doing, let's see here, an additional 1d6 of fire damage, but the original damage is going to be 2d6. So we're going to go ahead and roll his damage. So it's going to be 3d6. 2d6 is slashing, and slashing rules, as many of us know, is on criticals, you would get applied bleeding, but nothing bleeds. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to re-roll.
Is there any other
so that was
reactions
8.
I can add to this?
On this one particularly, no. Okay.
Okay, so how much damage am I taking?
So he is going to do originally a d6 13 damage.
Can I go ahead and use defensive concentration to spend 5 CE for an extra 4 DR?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, brings me down to 29 CE and gives me 9 damage resistance. So I only take 4 damage from this.
All right, so go ahead and ablate your DR by 1 from that attack. And his next, he has no more action points left, but he's going to choose to move and get right next to you.
The second he moves, I activate my held action of Dabana Waza. You strike the instant your opponent begins to move, cutting their intent rather than their guard.
Okay, what should I do for that?
Basically, it removes all of their movement this turn.
Okay, so you, as he's running towards you, you are able to stop him with your attack and cause him to stumble and regain his guard and stop before he gets any closer to you.
I do believe this is an actual attack. So I have to make this.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can go ahead and roll damage too. I'm just narrating, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's the roll to hit. Okay, so that's going to be... There we go. So that is going to be a 17 to hit. Low roll.
Okay.
And
he is going to go ahead and roll evasion.
Just going to do...
He got an 11, so it hits.
Okay. Not going to go full bore for this one. Still going to be a lot of damage, though, as he is going to take 29 damage.
He is going to also use defensive concentration to add his body to his DR for 1 turn, spending 5 points, adding his body, which is...
it's body times 2.
Yeah, so he's going to add 16, or it's going to be 16 in total for this attack. So how much damage did you do?
29 damage as Kota... The wound that was bleeding staunched from the fire of his son's own trait. He barely flinches as, in response, he simply slashes upward with his sword, a wave of petals flowing along the ground, breaking his stance.
The petals flow, and for a second in his eyes, you can see little Rio watching you from the porch. Practice your technique, just like the olden days. He looks at him like they're the most beautiful thing in the world. In his heart, he wishes he could have welled them. Unfortunately, in this life, he will never. It is now your turn.
Oh,
His turn is over.
It is like a blink of an eye as Coda blasts forward right next to his son. No words, for he knows that anything he said would mean nothing. Only action. As he is going to use Itajutsu Strike, using 2 action points, giving him advantage to hit and an extra damage die. He is also going to spend 3 additional CE for another damage die.
Okay, you are going to Rio sees Kota concentrating his cursed energy into the strike, and he knows instinctively what that could mean. This he intends to be a fatal blow, but Rio won't have that. As you see, underneath the kimono are iron gauntlets, and he is going to, with his cross guard, try and brace. But this brace is special. Instead of doing +2, it's going to add 4 DR to this attack, or to this defense, next defense. So go ahead and hit. You hit automatically, but he is bracing.
So I get advantage to this because I am using Itajutsu Strike.
Advantage to the damage roll?
Advantage to the attack.
You hit. He's bracing, so he's not trying to dodge. He's defending.
Well, I'm going to see if I can get a crit. Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
27, that's not a crit, but still. And now, totaling, he is going to deal, 2d6 from the original, 2d6 from Gladius Orchard, and he is going to deal an additional 1d6 from using his brace, so this is going to be 5d6 plus 11. I believe. Let me just check if I have my math right. Sorry about this, folks. Playing high-level characters means you have a lot of combos. Okay. What's that? Oh, I also get an extra +6 from Itajutsu, so that's 6d6. So here's the damage. 24. Oof. So that's 24 damage to him.
24 damage?
Yep.
So he is adding... Okay. That is going to be... minus the 11 is going to be 13. It's going to go down to... He's not going to choose to use defensive concentration for this one, but he is going to go down to 13 health. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes, because Itajutsu takes 2 action points.
Okay. Well, Ryu is very pissed. He is not happy about the way this is going. He realizes he has to end this right here, right now, or else he's not going to survive much longer. He's already burned through a lot of cursed energy, and he knows that he's running out. And the more this battle goes on, the less of a chance he has to win. So he's going to spend 2 more CE to turn him up from level 1 to level 2. Now he has plus 2d6 fire damage on every attack. And he is, with his heavy iron mace, is going to pull it out as a free action. He is going to try and grab you and swing. With this next attack, I need you to go ahead and roll me a dexterity save. On success, you get to treat this as a regular attack. On a failure, he automatically hits.
18.
18, you pass the check. So now I just am going to roll to hit versus your evasion.
Okay.
Okay, he's going to...
Would my Gladius be gone, or is that at the start of my next turn?
What's the wording on it?
Plus 2d6 for 2 turns.
It'd probably be at the start then. Yeah.
What was the attack?
He got a 10.
Okay. I'm going to use parry and repose to try to parry the attack. Okay, so the original was a 10, 16.
Okay.
So since I exceeded it by 5, I can make a counterattack.
Okay.
So here is, and I'm still under the effect of Gladius.
Okay.
So here is the roll to hit. 26.
Can you use a reaction on parries? Is it allowed?
I do not believe. I don't know.
Does it say no
says,
reactions in any of the rules?
It just says you negate the hit and you repose with an immediate counterattack. It doesn't say that they can't react to it.
He is going to use a reaction then. He is going to immediately let go of the weapon and try and barrel tackle you. It's a strength versus strength roll.
Oh, that's not great.
He got an 8. Oh, holy fuck. Rio.
Okay. Rio,
please, we gotta step it up.
Okay. 4. I got a.
Yes, let's go.
I only have a
Let's
plus
go.
2. So he doesn't take the damage.
He now has you grappled, and under his cursed energy trait, any enemy that is grappled takes his fire damage at the level he has it every single turn at the beginning of his turn. So we'll go ahead and apply it now, and then it'll apply again at the beginning of his next turn. So that's 2d6 because it's at level 2, and it's 6 damage. So 2 goes through, and your DR is ablated by 1.
Reaction to upgrade it to 8. Defensive concentration.
Oh, you're using that right now? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Still, you can take no damage, but you still need to ablate your DR by 1.
Okay. Burn through cursed energy here. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So I don't get to make my parry attack?
No, his reaction canceled that.
All right.
So now that y'all are both 1-on-1 and he has 2 AP left, he is going to choose to use his technique that he likes to call thermal surge. And you see his heat level increasing exponentially. He's going to spend 8 CE for this, and you see he's just literally increasing the output of his CE pool. All he is doing is just increasing the output. Now, usually this wouldn't do anything, but because he has a special curse energy trait, it is something that you cannot ignore as he goes from hot to extreme, now doing plus 4d6 fire damage as his heat level. Kota, you now realize that the battle going on longer isn't just a hinder to him, is a hinder to you, as he's getting hotter and hotter and doing just more damage just by existing. His emotions are running red as his eyes are bloodshot. He's looking at you like you're his greatest enemy of all time, not anymore as a father, but as an obstacle. So now every single attack he can do has an additional plus 4d6 fire damage. He now has 1 AP left, and he's going to try and, with thermal surge still activated, he's going to try and just attack you with a martial attack. So he has MAP, obviously. So he's going to roll with a -5 to hit, but it's going to be a +1 because he has +6 to hit automatically. -5 +1. So 1d20 +1. That's a 4. And you can roll to evade, or you can brace, whatever you'd like to do.
I have a +10 to evade. I just, no matter what I roll.
Well, natural 1, you would get hit.
Well, yeah, that's a 14.
Well, there you go. Okay. It is now your turn again. It is your turn, Kota. Your turn to unleash the wrath of a father onto his son.
So, Kota, currently grappled by his son in a fire embrace. Flames
Yes.
blazing from his body. Kota is
Give me a
simply
hug,
going-
Father. Why won't you?
Hold on. As he says that, Kota, he embraces his son. As petals burst forward from his hands, covering his son's body, absorbing the flames as he is going to use Curving Rose Blossom.
All right. What do I do for that?
It says it's a DC. It doesn't say what type, but it's a. I'm gonna say this would be a Dex save. He has to make a DC 20 Dex
primarily,
save to
yeah.
evade this.
Okay. Close to 17. It's not enough. He fails.
So he is going to remove. Oh wait, no, that is wrong. That is wrong. I had a D20 for some reason. There we go. As he is going to embrace his son as he loses 6 cursed energy. As soft petals slowly begin to sprout from his body, nourished from the flaming cursed energy. And I believe... There we go. Okay. And so he loses 6 CE since he failed the roll.
So,
That brings him down to 1.
as these soft petals cover him, they glow with their intentions. Some hit him, but as he sees this, you see him like kind of I would say he kind of like tenses up and he contracts and tenses up his muscles. And you see his cursed energy, his fiery cursed energy, start to burn some of these petals. And so only half of that ability works. So since it was 6, we'll say 3 is eaten up by that move. So he'll go down to 4. But because of his cursed energy trait, it's nowhere near as effective as it would be with another sorcerer.
Well, then,
You forget me, Father.
it seems I do. As he is going to raise his blade and hit him with a bonk. So,
All right.
this would invoke map, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because of my passive of adaptive counter, I have a +2 to hit, and since this is the only melee attack I'm doing, it is +1d6. But then 1. I'm also going to spend another 3 CE to add an extra damage die to this, so this is gonna be 4d6.
Okay.
But I actually have to
All right.
make the attack.
Sure.
So-
He rolled a 13 in evasion. Or sorry, 14.
Well, because of all my bonuses, that's a natural 20
Oh shit, max damage.
for a 33 to hit.
Oh goodness me. All right. Go ahead, do your thing.
So it's 4d6 plus 11, and since this is a melee attack, does this count as a black flash?
No, only because of the prerequisites underneath the black flash, you have to unlock something first. Otherwise, it would technically count. But in this scenario, no.
What do I need to unlock a black flash?
The talent.
Oh,
It's
okay.
underneath the talent list. Yeah. It's like under simple domain expansion. You know, all these
Alright.
different things.
So do I get any extra bonuses from hitting a nat 20?
You get maximum damage die. Yeah.
Oh, maximum damage die? What does that mean?
It means that like if it's a 2d6, you get automatic 6s,
Oh,
or if it's a 2d8,
Well-
you get automatic 8s.
so that's going to be 4d6, 24. So that's got to be 35 damage coming his way.
Go ahead, explain your attack.
Kota raises his blade to the air, still embracing his son in one arm, as he goes, "We will talk later, my boy," and slams the pommel of his sword on the back of his neck, knocking him out.
Rio, as his flames erupt and he just chooses to expend all his cursed energy at once, tries his damnedest to block your attack, but it's not enough as your full might comes down behind him and like you just teleported. He's unable to counter it, and your strike comes down on him, bringing him to 1 HP. But instead of killing him, you knock him unconscious, where he lays on the ground, his flames finally dying down. And once again, Ryu looks more like your son and less of a warmonger. His body lays unconscious on this stone path that interrupts the path towards the Musashi Shrine. His fire had burned the road beneath him, and his weapons now lay scattered across his own arsenal that he always wears with him. His intentions have been absolutely and totally defeated, and his plan to stop you right here and now has been thwarted. You are free to continue.
Kota would sheathe his bokken and, unclasping some of the armor so it will make him lighter, he carries him over his shoulder. As he walks forward, his son slung over him, a flashback to a time long ago. Kota's hair in a full black, his skin smooth, his eyes wide, a young toddler, a young Ryu in his arms. As he walks forward and he goes, "You see, my son, this shrine may be old. It may not be as well maintained as I like it. But this was where our ancestor, where the founder of our clan, built everything. It is where I have honed my skills." The small young Ryu yawns, tired after a day of running around playing. Training is not to happen yet. Kota made sure of that, as he chuckles and goes, "You may not understand it today, but this will be your legacy." As the flashback fades, reality once again crashing down, as Sota's smile long faded, as he gently sets down his son, setting forth to the shrine. He takes a deep sigh as he takes his Vulcan, moving a small panel in the floor. As he flips it and slams it into the ground, another flashback occurring. Kota, now covered in blood. The night pouring down rain as he huffs and puffs. "Damn blade!" His other arm just out of reach as he turns the Boken, flashing back to the present. As petals, roots slowly emerge from his blade, and the shrine opens, a hidden compartment. Once again, it flashes back, his hair black, coated with blood, as a sword sheathed in a scabbard of green, plum blossoms adorned onto its outer shell. He slams it into its crevice, flashes back, the present. Kota, old, weary, he takes a deep sigh, and he goes, "It has been a long time, my friend." As he pulls out Kanashiki, his blade, one he had long said he would never pick up again. One may only preach non-violence from a place of strength. And it seems I am not strong enough anymore. As he sheaths the blade, putting it onto his belt, as he takes his son, placing him into the opening, closing it slightly, not enough to crush him, but enough so that he does not move. As he places his palms forward, filling it with his soft petals, making sure he cannot activate his technique. He takes a deep breath, extends out his senses. He feels. He lets out a sigh as he takes the blade, unsheathing it for the first time in decades. A blink nearly happens as every single weapon that was upon his son is slashed away. Metal being rended like butter. All that he sees is his boy. And he just shakes his head and goes, "We'll talk later, my boy." He sheaths his sword. He feels the unwavering presence of a special grade. He knows where his grandson is. And it's time to show people the blood-soaked Sakura once more. As he is going to blast toward the most powerful C signature that he can find, each step shaking the ground as he dances, his boken sprouting petals as they attach to his body, recalling every bit of cursed energy and petals that he can on his way. He is ready to fight.
On your way, as you're running, you sense another presence. And you stop and immediately arm yourself in a defensive maneuver, as you know there's no way you should take any chance. But as you see the person emerging from the woods, you see it is a woman dressed in a student sorcerer outfit from Tokyo, one that you recognize, a place that you visited many a time in your prime, and something that you yourself can understand and acknowledge. As soon as she sees you, she looks at you like she's afraid for a second, and immediately recognizes you. You don't know who this woman is, but she speaks first. You're the clan head, right? I was sent by headquarters to come. I've heard there's a cursed spirit here.
Insight, really quickly, insight.
Okay, no, that's fine. You can go ahead and roll a wisdom check. There's no insight, but you can roll a wisdom check.
Yeah, wisdom. Like, Coda.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. You can have a prejudice against random people showing up. That's fine.
Okay, that's a 19.
She actually looks like she's just like a 17-year-old girl from Tokyo. Like, she doesn't look like she's harboring any deception or anything like that.
Okay, there is the one moment where his killing intent blankets the area for a second before he retracts himself, takes a deep breath, and goes, "My apologies for scaring you, young lady. Yes, and simply call me Kota. No reason for formalities on the battlefield."
She had broken out in a cold sweat, by the way. She just looked terrified of you as you released your killing intent.
As he goes, Is this all that headquarters has at the moment?
She scratches her cheek with one finger. Well, for some reason they're having trouble contacting Inazuma, and I would happen to be nearby, but I'm not much of a use in fighting, so I was going to see if I could help anybody injured.
He nods as he thinks for a second. It could be a really bad idea to bring her, but also there might be injured. And he thinks for a moment. He trusts his daughter as he goes, "You're to come with me. They're most likely going to be injured or dead where we're going. Do you have a strong stomach?"
Yes, sir. And she gives you a half salute and starts to run alongside you, but she's trying to keep up, and you're just so much quicker than she is.
He would it's almost like a flash step as he gets behind her, princess carries, and blasts forward as he goes, "No time for formalities."
And she just like kind of like yelps as y'all run towards the village. The city of Nantan lays in broken rubble. A 7 feet tall monstrosity, a cursed spirit, stands in the middle of the carnage. This cursed spirit is none other than the calamity of earthquakes, Namazu. As you approach, you see him stand bathed in blood, the blood of your neighbors, your friends, your family. Sorcerers you grew up with lay beneath his feet, dead. As he looks up to you, you feel nothing but rage. Whatever distance between you and him in power does not equate in your mind. The anger you feel, the output of cursed energy that follows, is nothing that can be controlled. As he adjusts his sword, you look at him, dead in the eyes, without a hint of fear. What do you have to say to the curse that's killed this village?
You're the one that's been making a mess. Slaughtering all these innocent people. My people. I don't take kindly to that. And I can't let that continue any longer.
Your blood will look all the same, human.
And as you look on this insurmountable foe, there is but one thought in your mind: to protect the remaining civilians and the rest of your family held up in the Miyamoto Manor. You must hold him off until reinforcements arrive. Can you do that, Miyamoto? No, you must do that, Miyamoto. Sota, the heir of the clan. The curse stands before you. There is no time to waste. Roll initiative, Sota. I have gotten a 12.
That's an 11 from me. Wait. Would I have... No, I don't have Quick Cider anymore. Okay.
Oof. All right, so it is now the curse's turn. It is going to instinctively drop the body that it was holding up in the air, the mush, the pile of meat, not even a recognizable person anymore, and turn towards you completely. It is immediately going to raise its right hand that is gripping a massive, almost 2 feet long sword. A cursed tool, because you can sense the cursed energy in this weapon. And it will immediately, with no words spoken, swing towards you. Almost instinctually, you know that even though it's far away, about 40 feet away, it's about to attack you with something that you aren't ready for. As soon as he makes the swing, you see a sharp wind push forward. Immediately, your instinct is to dodge, to not even try to tank this.
would you like to do a strength or a death save? Or sorry, a strength or a dex save?
Well, knowing my abilities, I'm probably going to go with dexterity.
All right, I need you to roll me a dex save.
All right. And just a reminder, that's dexterity flat, right?
Yeah, just 1d20 plus dex.
Cool. 23. No, 22.
22? Oh yeah, you pass. You can explain your action, how you dodge.
So I feel this gale force of wind, right?
Yeah, immediately as he swings his sword, you know something up. You can tell that this is not just a regular sword. There's a reason why even at range he's swinging it. And you can see a glint in the air, a breakage between molecules of a slash coming towards you. You're ready though.
I drop down and I just leap into the air, funneling curse energy into my feet so I can make sure I get high enough off the ground. And I just do a backflip and let the blade pass underneath me as I land.
And as you land on the soft dirt beneath you, these treaded roads that used to house the innocent, the civilians, the people of Nantan that you swore to protect, who now lay lifeless in the city center. The slash moves past you. The curse doesn't look annoyed, doesn't look bothered, simply looks at you like another bug it needs to squash. Something less than human. And immediately after doing that, it is going to attempt to walk towards you. Its movement is 20 feet. It is going to move right close to you. You see it walking, but its walk feels like almost like an unintended sprint. As each step, you hear boom, boom, boom. Its weight is incalculable. And as it leans over, unintentionally, just by pure might, a mountain is in front of you. This calamity curse, it's so above you. Your body feels the need for fear, but still, you stay focused. For its last action point, it is going to attempt, because as 10 feet reach, to try and, with a swing that reaches all the way back, he stretches his arm back where the blade almost touches his, swings leftward from his right angle as a horizontal slash. You see that this blade also isn't very sharp, it's blunt, but to be in its way is a death sentence. What would you like to do?
Ooh. He's swinging that sword at me?
In a horizontal slash.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my crossguard disguise reaction to lean back and create a fragment in the same instance as I move, so it's hard to tell which one is the real me.
Okay.
He needs to make a dex.
A dex save?
Yes, he needs to make a dex save to see if he can.
Well, he got a
hit me.
22. Namazu, the calamity curse, won't get outsped today.
Yeah, so he leans back, leaving it. Blade goes, his eyes go wide, as this lumbering creature is faster than he thought.
It's like Mujo all over again. You realized way too late. The curse you fight against is a curse, not just a regular enemy. So if that will be all, I'm going to roll his damage.
That's it.
So I will say, like, instinctually, you put your left and right arm up at your left side as like a final moment plea to like block any damage, and I'll let you have a brace for that. So you can add your strength or a +2 to your DR for this next move.
That
I'm gonna
makes
go ahead and
my
roll damage.
DR 6.
Lucky for you, I got shit rolls. So that is a plus his path level plus half of that. No, it's just so that's just that. All right. Well, he got 17 damage. So you can go ahead and 70 minus 6, 11. So 11 damage is done to you. Now, because this creature is heavy, his moves have knockback. So basically what happens is you do realize way too late this creature is faster than you remembered, than you thought. And as he swings his blade from the right to the left in a horizontal movement, you at the last moment are able to block it after failing to trick the creature. And as he hits you, you feel the bones in your left forearm start to break, your femurs crack as you go flying into the building to your right. The walls of wooden crash down as you now lay on more rubble. In front of you, you see the creature looking at you, and for a moment, you feel its taunt, its pride. Now, it is your turn, Sota Miyamoto. It is your turn to protect the village and your lineage.
How much damage did I take again?
You took 11.
11. All right. So that's really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Your DR will go down by 1, however.
Yes. Yes. Good. Can't run. I get up. Let's see if this works. I'm going to send 4 of my fragments out to try and knock him down, like basically knock his lower half out from underneath him.
Okay.
Basically sweep the legs.
And
And then I will move forward if that works.
all right. Is this a pre-made move or something that you're just wanting to do now?
Just something I'm doing right now.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. How many fractures are you wanting to send out?
4 for this.
All right. Go ahead and spin the CE and roll the save, and we'll go with that. We'll go with like what happens after that.
Okay. That's 4. I gotta get. Come on. Oh!
What happened?
That's a 2.
Ooh. So just one?
Yeah, just one comes out. Just one.
All right. I need you to roll me a d20 strength check.
Come on, one of me. You got this. I believe in you.
I got a 17.
I also got a 17.
Wait, no, I got a 9, sorry. So I got a 19. So your clone, so you try to focus, but the pain rings in your ear from just getting thrown into a building, and you're not able to concentrate on your lapse activation enough to make anything worthwhile. But one fracture of you from somewhere else comes forward to protect the original. And as it comes forward, it comes out in a rushing motion and it attempts to sweep the leg. But as it does, it breaks into tiny glass pieces into nothing as Namazu quickly, barely, and effortlessly picks it away back to nothingness. Your bard power is now gone. It is your turn still, Sota Miyamoto. What would you like to do?
All right. I was only able to make 1, so I could still make more. I have to stay within 20 feet. Let me measure out. Damn. This is not ideal. 20 feet be...
Any fight against a special grade curse will not be ideal. Hate to break it to you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going to just move. I'll like spin my movement to get on top of the building, and I'm gonna activate Split Burst for 2 AP. It says send each after image you can summon to attack anyone in a 20 feet vicinity. Roll to hit separately for each. Okay. So I'm gonna try and send out 4 again. So I have to spend another 8. Come on. That's a 20!
A 20?
That means that, yeah. So that means I max out.
Dang.
Alright. I have to roll all these hits separately though, so that's 5. 1, 2. 2 are 18 plus 5, 23. An 18, a 17, and a 9.
And what save do I have to roll?
Oh, these are just rolling to hit.
Okay.
So
he will brace, so he's just gonna add half his strength modifier, so to his DR.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. D4 plus 2. 6. I'm just gonna add 2 to this. Another 6.
Yeah, just add them all together.
A 4. Oh, okay. 1, 2.
That's fine. Just add them all together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 28 plus 10. 38.
38. All right. Then divide that. Nice. And did any of them roll with damage above 15 or no?
I can't do more than 15 damage with a single strike.
You can't do more?
I cannot do more than 15 damage in a single strike.
No, but I'm asking if any of them rolled 15
Like to hit?
for the damage.
Oh. You said to roll them all collectively.
No, I was talking about adding them up collectively to see the total amount, but I wasn't asking for you to roll them.
No, individually, individually I can't hit 15 because it's 2d4 plus 2. So the max I can do is 10.
Yeah. So, okay. That's fine. 1 second. So adding them all up after the damage is 38, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So this is what we'll do then. So after you complete this split burst action, you see 6. Well, actually, it's 5, right? Because you already used 1.
5. Yeah, 5. Because I already used 1.
Yeah, 5. 5 fractures of you appear outwardly, and immediately, with no hesitation, they go out, and you can kind of describe how the 5 of them work in synchronization, and like what moves they do.
So they all flow out. So some of them will appear up above where he is, like they were already coming down on him. So he gets like an axe kick at the nape of his neck. There's a kidney jab. Like right after the kidney jab, there's just a kick to the back of the head and then a kick right in the face. And right at the end, there's one that does a handstand, like two-leg kick right into the stomach.
And as they each kick, even though it's just hands, they find a way to damage the creature, doing 13 HP. His black volcanic armor covers the entirety of his body, but because of such a focus, you're able to pinpoint precise locations to get around that. Is that the end of your turn?
That's all my AP. I will use 10 more feet of movement to get a little bit more distance, though. So I use... how high up would you say this building is?
About 10 feet.
Okay, so I have 20 feet of movement. Oh, no, I have more than that. I have... what, 50? Yeah, I'm gonna... bounce over here. Bounce up on the edge of that building. Kind of crouch down. What's wrong? Did that hurt?
And as you do so, the creature walks towards your location, once again raising its massive sword, its broadsword nicknamed Colossal Ogre, swinging it towards you in a similar fashion from before, with a multitude of wind slashes headed your way. I need you to roll a Dex or Strength save.
Dex it is. 15.
Oof. As the slash of wind comes hurling towards you, once again you find your actions not enough. The first hits your torso, knocking you back off the shingles of the roof, and as you fall down, you're not able to twist your body in a fashion that would let you dodge the next one. And you see one before everything goes dark. You take 12 damage, 9 after your DR, and you fall down on the ground. You try and look up, but see nothing. Everything has gone. Your vision was bad before, but it was better than this. What can you do now that you can't see? But you, Sota Miyamoto, have been blessed with something other than sight. And this blessing unknown to you comes in the form of colors you can smell, sights you can hear, and the abstract feeling of another world. You get up, and what do you have to say or think to yourself?
It's a good thing I know this place like the back of my hand. Bastard! You fucking blinded me? I mimic like I would be looking at my blood, and I rub the blood off my hand onto my pants leg. I'm not gonna let you land another one like that. I'm just gonna crouch back down. Fight's not over.
The eyes, some say, are the window to the soul. Sota Miyamoto will be the exception. We return to a battlefield full of death and destruction, something only the calamity of all earthquakes could cause. Sota Miyamoto, blinded by one of Namazu's attacks, with the experience of the city's layout, this being his childhood home, will he be able to overcome the challenges that await him? Namazu, having more actions on his turn, will now move. Namazu deems you as unfitting of his own curse technique, and once again raises his sword, but this time with a new command, whirl. And as you see him swing, his giant colossal ogre curse tool into the air, a giant tornado comes crashing through the movement, causing all targets, buildings, objects to be swept into this tornado. You must roll a DC of strength.
This is not gonna go well for me. 4.
Sota, Miyamoto, they count on you.
Can I use a reaction to this? Try and use create some fragments to like basically grasp hold.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll allow that.
All right.
But I'll say for this, you have to at least get 2 for this to work. I'll let you roll the wisdom save for your technique, but you have to at least get 2.
All right. 16. That gets me. That could get me 6 if I wanted 6. But I need to save some for later. So I'm gonna go with 3.
All right. So go ahead and roll 4d20 strength.
3, 4. None of those were above 10.
As you outstretch your hand to the nearest building and you activate your technique, 3 fragments of time come crashing down, one by one, a vision of the future and the past colliding into the present. They outstretch, grabbing on to the frame of the building as this tornado crashes, rumbling through the city of Nanten, once blooming with life, now with blood. You hold on and the tornado crashes through, pulling you. And as you see one of your fragments holding onto the building, their hand slips until eventually the strength of this tornado pulls you with it. And as you fly into the air, all fragments have one purpose, one goal in mind: to protect the original. And y'all all form a circle where they each, as you fall, act like landing gear, allowing you to use their bodies to jump on one of another until you eventually land on the roof to the left. I need you to roll me a 1, actually I'll do it for you, 1d8 bludgeoning for just fall damage. You didn't take the whole thing, but you still took some of it. 6 damage after DR is 4, so you're on 8 HP left. It is now the end of Namazu's turn. You have survived for some more seconds. But what in the future will happen? No one knows. It is now your turn, Miyamoto Sota.
All right. I can't run because I know the city like the back of my hand. I have to play it safer. At least till I can get control. Get used to this. For Daichi's sake. Okay, I am going to spin my movement. Going from there to here. And the moment I get to where I can smell the chimney smoke the strongest, I'm just gonna extend my hand to like catch onto it, sort of launch myself up enough so I can get my feet onto it, and then propel off of it to go from that chimney to this building. This is gonna require a dash action, but the goal is to hit this. Let the momentum cause me to slide all the way down and end up behind this building.
Works
so that's
with me.
What my shoom, boom. Spider-Man launch, flipping through the air, land, slide, home. Right. You know, for the first time, I'm starting to understand what Hitomi means. But that's actually kind of fun. Let's see if he can keep up. I am going to take a page out of Hitomi's book and try and make the last 3 fragments that I can to sort of split off and sort of do a Queen's Gambit like shuffle game. One of them is going to go. One of me is going to go this way. One of me is going to go into this building, climbing up into that second story. One is going to hop up through this building, like through a window, and the other one is going to go into this building, going inside and climbing up to the second story.
Okay. Message me your actual location in your journal, so I have a way to validify whatever result comes out.
Yeah.
So, Namazu, the earthquake calamity, is known for many things, but speed is not one of them. However, he makes up for this with a sneaky little trick, using his curse technique. Name unknown. He sinks into the earth. You see him effortlessly move into the ground like some sort of mystic animal, a beast. And as he moves, he gets behind the first target he sees, appearing behind, using his first action point to swing up, and with advantage, he's going to attempt to attack this fracture and or original.
Oh,
Tell
shit.
me, is this
his
real?
reaction. It is. So his reaction is he goes to put his hands up like it's gonna do anything. Oh shit. The sword swings through and it shatters into light. Like fragments of like silver glass.
And from the darkness whence we came, shall you continue downward. As Namazu feels something. Annoyance? Anger? Who knows? But with his second action point, he is going to attempt to find the second bug that dares wander. And he is going to, for his second action point, come from underneath the ground and attempt to grab this fracture and or original. What happens, Sota?
So the hand comes up and grabs his leg, and he looks down. No! No! And the grip strength of it causes him to shatter into silver glass.
And once again, Namazu has been thwarted. For his last action point, it's 50-50. All cards on the table. A coin flip. Heads, tails, left, right, blue, red. Sota's future, Sota's life is in the hands of this decision. A decision that is not his. And Namazu, in his earnest, in his purest form of purely negative energy, is going to choose between left and right. And like a missile, come bursting underground in attempt to grab the other fracture, the fraction of who Sota is, was, and will be. Red, blue, left, right. He chooses right. And like a missile, like I said before, he comes bursting out of the ground at an ungodly speed, crashing through the second floor, grabbing this missile-like being, this thrust, bringing both of you into the air, where he grabs onto you with both of his hands, this towering creature. What happens, Sota Miyamoto?
Comes up, he grabs him. He's held. The look of shock on his face twists into a sort of prideful arrogance. Man, you really are dumb, aren't you? And he shatters into silver glass.
As Namazu flies up into the air with no trace left of that fraction, he looks over and through the window sees the original Sota Miyamoto safely hidden in the house. Over. It is now the end of its turn as the creature comes crashing down through the roof. What would you like to do, Sota Miyamoto?
So, I look out that window and I see him see me. And I'm crouching because I was hiding. I look up at him and I just do one finger over the mouth like I'm gesturing shush. And I just walk out of the house. Let's see. My vision is expanding now, right?
Yes.
I'm, like,
as it
getting
becomes your new
adjusted.
turn, you see that the effects of being blinded have less and less of a weight to them. You don't know why, you don't know how, but the world itself seems to be colliding in on what perceptions you have left. You feel things you haven't felt before, and it's beautiful. But through this, you're able to continue combat, able to continue your mission, and even though its beauty deserves your embrace, you have yet to concentrate on it, for all you are concerned about is survival. Nothing else.
Okay. I walk out here again. I just walk out, stop there, look up at him. I doubt you're gonna fall for that again. Let's see how much I can endure. I focus deeply on all of the possibilities, all of the options of me guarding. And I'm going to attempt to use Lotus Calyx Guard. I'm going to go for making as many as I can. As a 14. One of those gets to be free, so that means I make... Ooh, one of those is free. I made all 6 with that. Fuck yeah. All right. So... Okay. This is my final gambit. I've spent all of my stuff. 6 fragments of me form as if shards of silver glass come in on itself to make them before they come into. They all guard around me. Let's get this over with. Inside of my head, I really just hope that he can get here soon enough. I'm running out. I'm non-empty. Can't die. I can't die. That's it. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my actions like preparing for whatever he throws at me.
Mm-hmm. What does Calyx Guard do in terms of mechanics?
Lotus Calyx Guard will grant me a +2 to my physical saves and DR for every fragment that I made. So for this, I have a bonus 12 to my DR, which means my DR is now 14.
Okay. It now being the creature's turn, it is going to immediately walk out of the house, and you see its bright white almost marble face hits you with something unfamiliar. You forgot, Sota Miyamoto, the depths of the evil that humanity births. This is the culmination of fear. You see it now as it walks up to you, towering and booming. Your 6 fractures are like your royal guards surrounding you. But will it be enough? As the creature, for the first time you see, doesn't run, but walks over towards you in a sort of cockiness you can't fathom. And you see the creature immediately try, with its right hand, swing down on you, the center subject of this guard formation. And your 6 fractions will block. Attempt to, anyways. How will your fractures attempt to block this sort of strike?
So they're all going to, in their own way, attempt to sort of Aikido redirect the energy of the block. With the lower ones that aren't able to do that, sort of getting in the way and all working together to lower the impact. So if it does get through, it at least doesn't crush me.
Well, we will see. As the creature swings down on you, the force of 1,000 gods comes down with it. Does your DR negate 31 damage?
31. Lord. Okay. If I brace, that will give me 16. Which isn't enough. I would have to dodge this. Can I attempt to take advantage of them blocking for me to try and dodge?
You can attempt. Roll your evasion. Actually, no. Roll a dex save. And I will roll Namazu's strength and path level.
That's an 18.
An 18. Pray that is enough. To whatever god is out there, I will roll Namazu's.
And part of my thing with Calyx Guard is when an attack would be blocked by it, one of the fragments is dispersed.
Lucky for you, the dodge is enough. While the damage will go through to your fractions, the dodge is enough. So as the sword comes swinging down, your fractions do as you command. They do as they're taught. They do as they feel. And they, in a towering, stacking motion, try to redirect the damage as you said, but it is not enough. And they know this, you know this. And with quick timing, experience as a sorcerer, and training, you are able to quickly determine that that is not enough. And with a roll out of the way, you're able to dodge the incoming force of an elephant as it crashes into the ground, leaving a crater in its wake. Your fractions don't even exist anymore. You can't even see the glass that's how visceral this attack is. And as you dodge and you look up, your CE reserves running incredibly low to the point you can barely even keep up basic CE control over your body. You see once again the towering figure of Namazu. 7 feet tall, body, black volcanic armor-like skin, sharp, angular. You see his head, angelic, and the most devilish form, a white rock material, obscuring any facial feature possible. Never have you been this close. Never have you seen this massive size, this weight you feel like would crush you with a step. The texture of cooled lava rock with occasional cracks. Never have you felt such fear. A fear that passed even Mujo, the first curse you fought with such an overwhelming presence. This is like comparing a lampshade to a sun. The cursed energy from this creature is overwhelming. You couldn't ignore it if you tried. Now more than ever. Every movement, every breath, everything you can feel from this creature. It's like staring into the sun, but you can't look away. The creature is going to attempt to swipe at you with its left claw-like hand. I need you to roll me evasion, as you have no more reactions left.
That's a 15.
He gets to have advantage. What's this? Advantage because he has a plus 10, of course. It's a 15 plus that. 16, 17. Okay. Sota Miyamoto.
I may.
You have done your job well. No one, and I mean no one, will blame you for what happens next. The hand, that mighty hand, grabs on to your face. These giant hands of Namazu hold you, Sota, heir to the Miyamoto clan. And as you are lifted into the air, crushed between his stone-scaled palms, you scratch, punch, claw, desperately, anything to make him let go. This cursed spirit activates its technique, seismic manipulation. Deep reverberations bounce through your skull. Your brain feels like it's collapsing inward, matter pressing into your singularity. The scream tears out of you before you can stop it.
Ah!
Everything goes dark. Your body hits the floor, everything ringing, high-pitched, constant, drowning out thought. This is it. Some distant part of your mind whispers, "This is how I die." But then, something shifts. Maybe it's related to what you were experiencing before, what you had to forget to fight. But not just then. Your whole life you felt sensitive to abnormalities others have never noticed. Temperature changes that weren't there. Pressure where air should be empty. The hum of something invisible threading through reality. But your eyes were always faulty. Weak. 2400 in your better eye. Worse in the other. Thick lenses that could never quite work. They were never quite enough. A misbalance on a divine scale. Something taken, something given. Yin and yang, but never completed. Until now, you feel it. First as color where it shouldn't exist. Not red, not blue, not any shade your destroyed eyes could have named. Energy, pure, radiant, and everywhere. The ground beneath you doesn't just exist, it breathes. Life flows through stone and soil, ancient and patient, pulsing with the weight of 1,000 years of footstep, blood, and prayers. You can feel each memory pressed into the earth, like fingerprints. The air itself carries echoes, not sound, but action. Every movement that's ever disturbed this space, every technique that's ever been cast, every curse that's ever walked here, ripples in an ocean of energy spreading outward infinitely, touching everything. The world to you isn't separate objects anymore. It's one body. Now you've gained its autonomy. You lie there in the center of your city square. To the left and right, Ichiji, Daisuke, paralyzed from Namaseu's slot, blood pooling where your eyes used to be, and for the first time in your life, you don't feel the pain from the energy that binds this universe together. You feel connected. The cursed energy that has always scraped against your senses like sandpaper, that always hurt to perceive. It no longer does anymore. Now it flows through you, around you, with you. No more fighting the current. Now you are a part of it. The strings of existence wrap around you like silk, and you can feel every thread, the pull and its tension. The way they vibrate when someone moves, when someone strikes, when someone dies. You are now one with the system. The bodies that inhabit it, Namazu, your father, who you sense now coming at a rapid pace, your friends in the Minamoto Manor and in the flower field fighting desperately. They're all stars in a galaxy, each so distant from each other, burning with their own light, their own cursed energy signatures. All this energy, these strings, they hold them together as they move from place to place. Gravitational pull, an orbital dance. You can see it all. Not with your eyes, and never with your eyes again. Something truer. Footsteps approach, you know who it is. Steel clings against stone, a blade being drawn. Voices shout out your name, distorted by distance, ringing in your ears. But beneath it all, quiet. A calm that settles into your chest like cool water. The blood loss, the trauma, the shattered bones. Your body is failing, and yet, for once, you're at peace with the universe. The cruelty of the curses and their consequences that haunt this world, the one that stole your eyes through its violence and the agony it should have broken within you. You, Sota Miyamoto, have become whole. You don't know it yet, don't understand what's happened, and don't realize the heavenly restriction that has cursed you since birth has finally, fully realized. But when you wake, if you wake, the world will never be dark again. As consciousness slips away, pulled under by blood loss and shock, you feel one last thing, one of the most important things to you. You now, as a baby, you anytime, across any universe, can feel this presence with the scent of cherry blossoms.
And if I failed, I know I bought enough time for him to actually stop this damned curse. Show him why the Miyamoto clan is still around today.
Namazu, the earthquake curse, this calamity that has destroyed the village of Nantan, and is after the Miyamoto Manor next, has killed the heir to the Miyamoto clan. The head in his gigantic hands, like a bug, he flicks it away, throwing it across. But from the shadow emerges a figure. Kota Miyamoto.
He walks slowly, his steps measured, as he catches his grandson in his hands, the smell of cherry blossoms flying in the air, coming from his boken. He checks his pulse. Is he perished or is he on the edge?
He is on the edge, the brink of death.
He stays silent. His hands shake, rage overflowing. His cursed energy verging to the surface. The calm, collected man. A grandfather with his son in his arms. He gently lays him down. He takes out his phone and messages the student that he came across earlier to come pick him up, that he will take care of this, as well as to his daughter, saying Ryo has been compromised. As he tosses his phone away, takes his boken, flips it in his hands, and stabs it down next to his grand. As he goes, "Oh, that phone, my boy." As he steps forward, his sword not drawn yet, as he speaks to the curse and goes, "You know, normally when you barge in onto someone's lawn, you introduce yourself.
Be quiet, Bug.
You call me Bug with that headgear? That's funny." As he stares it down, a smirk on his face. "And also, bugs don't really talk. And if I was a bug, you wouldn't even look at me."
This clearly, like, visibly frustrates the cursed spirit, as it doesn't even begin to try to have more dialogue with you. It immediately
Well then.
begins to enter a combat stance.
Alright then. Then I roll initiative at advantage.
We
which
have
is
quick
just
starter, so
dexterity,
yes,
correct?
you do. It rolled a 15.
23.
Well, I will say that goes to you, my sir.
As he begins to take a combat stance, Kota blasts for his hand on his blade, slashing forward with an Itaditsu strike before the curse can even register. So this is going to be an attack at advantage. So yeah, so that's a 20 to hit.
Okay. The creature is not able to even begin like a movement to dodge out of the way, going to instinctually try and block using both of its forearms. So it is going to add half of its strength to its DR for the following turn. So go ahead and roll your damage as I bump up its DR for that amount for just one singular turn.
And my bonus damage is my dex plus half my path level. Okay, so this
Yes,
is
it
going
is.
to be 27 damage.
27 damage. So 27 damage, half of its strength. That is 5 plus 2. So 5 damage goes through, bringing it down to 62 health, and its DR down to 16. After this first attack hits, and as you swing and your like sword strikes, the steel striking against this volcanic rock, you immediately feel an overwhelming resilience from this naturalist material. You know that this creature now has an advantage. It has an advantage over sword users like yourself. and you're going to have to adapt to that.
He smiles a bit, feeling it chink just a little bit. The sword at any other angle, you would normally it would crack, it would break, but it stays powerful against it as he readjusts his grip and is going to go for another attack. Let me just go ahead and set up my sound so that as he is flowing from one attack into a as he uses Men Kot Do. And he is going to choose, well, let's see if this hits. So this is just going to be not an advantage this time.
So because it is, he is bracing for this combat turn, you can roll, of course, but unless you get criticals, it doesn't change anything. So go ahead and roll with that in mind.
All right. Ooh, almost a critical.
Almost a crit.
And I'll just... Huh?
Oh, I just said almost a crit. You can go ahead and continue.
And second, crit fishing, nope.
No crit.
But for Mo Kendo, I choose Kot and Do to ignore 3DR, and he loses 1 action point on his next turn.
Okay, 2 action points on his next turn, ignoring 3. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, so it's just down to 4d10 this time. Ooh, 21.
So 3 damage goes through. It bring it down to 59. DR down to 15. Ignoring 3, of course. Is that the rest of your turn, or do you have more?
That is all of his stuff.
Okay.
So
immediately
he blasts forward. He's not even using his technique right now. He's just mad. He wants to hit this thing hard as his sword glides through the air, chipping and slashing at his arm, just barely moving between one of the gaps to draw a little bit of cursed blood before flipping it back in his hands in a defensive stance as he goes, a little bit of a mosquito right now. Maybe I am a bug. Though, I guess I need to draw more blood.
Right after this, you feel the sun, or your sun's presence, his cursed energy signature, begin to weaken as you see he's being carried away by the girl that followed you, her being a lot slower than you, of course, but you see her pink hair, red hair ribbon as she looks at you and waves as she runs away from the combat. Namazu doesn't even pay them any attention as he is now focused on you, someone who dares think he's at the level of a calamity. For his first action, he is going to, without using his curse technique either, swing his colossal ogre and attempt to strike you. With 1 action point, he's going to just use a martial attack. I'm going to go ahead and roll to hit. He got a 20, or sorry, a 9. No, that's a dirty 20, yeah, because it's a +1. Dirty 20 on the first one and a dirty 20 on the second. Would you like to evade, use a reaction, or brace?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to evade. So it's just 1d20 plus my evasion?
No, it is. No, there's an evasion on your combat sheet. Yeah, it should be like 10, I think.
Yeah, so I get 2d20 rolls plus 10.
Oh no, your evasion's just 1 roll.
Oh, so yeah, just 1 plus.
Yeah, it's not like to hit. Not like the hit thing.
That's a 29.
Yeah, you can explain how you dodge his swing.
As he raises his blade into the air to crash it down, there's a loud ting as Kota brings up his blade, glancing it across, not stopping it, just simply angling it so it smashes the ground to the right of him. As he tilts his head a bit, as he goes, "I'm not a swordsman. Who gave this to you?"
The curse looks at you. For a moment, it thinks. And it speaks. Few words, but they have much weight to them.
You know him well.
He just sighs and goes, so many decades and the boy still can't just say, hey dad, wanna have a talk? Ugh. As he, like, his stance doesn't lessen, but it is very obvious to the curse that he's not taking this seriously.
The curse sees this as the most grievous of sins. And for a second and last turn, action point, it is going to use a move, knowing that somebody old and frail like you will be brought down a couple pegs by the mighty wind, nature's hand. With a whirl of its colossal ogre curse tool, it is going to form a whirlwind. I need you to make a save to not be pulled with it.
Okay, what's the save?
It is a strength save.
Oh no.
It is a DC of 15.
Okay, what's my strength? Okay. Well.
You got this. I believe in you.
17!
Oh, you got it. You got it. Explain how you basically tank a tornado.
The curse getting continually frustrated with this old man. He fires a tornado, gale force winds that any other person it would pick up and throw like an insect. Coda lifts up barely for a second before his cursed energy envelops his body, his sword sticking into the ground as he pulls himself down, creating a small crater as he looks up at this curse. A side glance as he goes, "Did I feel a breeze?"
For a second, you can feel the anger building up inside Namazu's heart. This anger comes in its most natural resonance, the inner frequency of Namazu's soul. And for a second, you can feel the building tension. The dam start to break on his will to expend his technique upon you. But for now, that dam has not been broken. But old man, you are doing your best to trigger the anger and wrath of a natural cursed spirit, a calamity. It is no longer his turn. It is now your move, your turn to act for revenge or for survival or to protect those who you've left behind or those who will come in the future. Whatever the reason, it's your move.
He senses his grandson walking away. He looks at the destruction this thing is. He knows. And then he looks down at his blade. He looks down at the Kanashigi, takes a deep breath and goes, "I apologize. It seems that picking up my old friend brought back some of my worst tendencies. I asked for your name, yet I didn't introduce myself." As he brings his sword to his chest and takes a deep breath. No need to hold back now. Maximum technique. Blooming Sakura Requiem. As his body changes, his muscles thinning, tightening, the wrinkles in his face smooth as his skin tightens around him as he takes a coughing breath but instead of blood or air, sakura petals fly around him, surrounding his form. As he reduces 10 of his CE. That's what the 30 is, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So bring that down to 20. As he flips his blade in his hands, and I am Miyamoto Goto, leader of the Miyamoto clan, grandfather of the boy you just mutilated, protector of this town you have sought to hurt. But you may refer to me as your end. As he is going to use 2 action points to spend 2 more CE, bringing him down to 18, to activate Gladius Orchard, giving him an extra 4d6 to his damage.
All right.
As he looks upon this curse and is where is it? Aha, there it is. As this curse stands watching his technique at its maximum, there is a flash of steel as he uses first opening. So he's gonna go ahead and roll to attack. Does he do? Yep. Okay, so here is the D2011 roll. That's a natural 20.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
And I'm putting all into this. I'm going to oh dang, I can't use power enhancement. Still, that is going to be let me just check right here. Okay, so that is going to be 59 damage.
Holy crap. Well, as soon as this massive wave of petals and force and momentum from your curse technique and maximum technique activations settle up, he, instead of doing just a regular brace, is going to do a special reaction. His outer shell, otherwise known by some as the petrified carapace, is a passive body modification due to the crushing and pressurized rock around him. He is going to spend 10 CE to add to do a full strength modifier to his DR for this turn. So it is going to go up instead of half to a full. So his DR is going to go up to 25 for this entire like defensive turn. And so now we'll apply your damage. How much damage did you do?
I did 40. So how it works is I do the max amount for my damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just max die because you got a critical.
Okay, yeah. So my max die was 48 plus my modifier, which is 11, so it's 59.
59. So it's going to be 29 then. Or actually, wait, no, yeah. 25 plus 9, so 34 damage is put through. So that's 25 left, yeah. So explain your attack.
If it wasn't for DR, I would have one-shot him.
Yeah, literally.
And as an extra cherry on top, he is now vulnerable.
Well, that's just amazing.
As Coda, his petals blasting from his skin as he does a simple vertical upswing as petals like a geyser burst from his blade, blasting it back as he goes, What was it you were saying earlier? Insect.
This pain, this damage cannot be ignored. as even the creature looks at you with a newfound respect, not for who you are, but for the strength you hold. What is your next move? Is that your
That
first
is my whole
action
turn,
point?
because
That's your whole turn?
because Gladius Orchard needs 2 action points to activate.
Oh, okay, I see. So he is going to spend his first action point to regenerate, and he is going to have a cap of that. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for Cursed Spirit, so he's going to spend 20 to regenerate 20, basically. 45. And this DR thing will go down by the end of your next turn. It'll go back to its original. It'll basically go down by 10. For this turn, he has 2 action points left. He is taking you seriously now. And as he takes you seriously, that comes with its consequences. As his technique activation comes, his technique, seismic manipulation, he is going to spend 10 CE to do his extension technique, Catastrophia. And in a 100-foot radius, all creatures must pass a body DC 20 or higher or take 8d6 damage of basically just the earth crumbling.
Okay, glad
I'm sorry,
I got,
that's not 10. That's
glad I
not
got
10. That's
Sota out
15.
there.
Yeah, dude, right.
What is it?
It's sorry, I had the wrong amount of CE. It's more than I said. So I said it's 15, not 10.
Okay.
So it's 100.
Okay, so
yeah, he would have died if he was still here.
okay, so you said it's a DC 20.
So basically, the earth is like crumbling. It's like a. Do you know what like a
It's a
like
sinkhole.
a quick hole? Sinkhole. Yeah, it's basically a sinkhole. Is happening right here.
All right.
So yeah, you have to have
Here
a
we
body
go.
save of 20.
14 now.
All right, roll a. Actually. Let me do something real quick. I don't want to get ahead of myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $24 damage. So basically, as the earth begins to crumble around you, like you literally lose your footing. As even a swordsman like you needs something to launch out of, as you now are falling into the earth. Just imagine rocks around you are covering the sky, the light, as this curse in front of you is on a rock platform looking more natural than ever. And massive rocks are hitting you
Can I
left from right. You do,
Can I use defensive concentration?
you can.
Okay, so that's 5 CE, bringing me down to 13. And for the rest of the round, my armor is now at 11.
11. And it was at 25 health. Yeah, 25 damage. So, wait, no, 26 because of that. Yeah. So, 26 HP minus 11 is going to be 15. So you're going to go down to 10 health. And in this space of like a falling, basically like a falling earth, dex saves are at a disadvantage. And because because this is technically bludgeoning damage, you have -1 AP on your next turn, since you are basically stunned from being hit with avalanche, essentially. And then
Wait, doesn't that only work on a crit?
are you talking about stunning or not stunning? Staggering.
Yeah.
Staggering.
Yeah.
No, staggering is. It can be with a crit, but if they have a bludgeoning type weapon, which Colossal Ogre is, he's not like slashing, he's bludgeoning.
All right.
If he hits like 10 above you, like your DR, he gets to apply staggering. So yeah, you have 2 action points next turn. Dexterity saves are at a disadvantage for you, which I think you'll be fine. But yeah, so go ahead and wait. No, I have That's a... No, that's the first action point, second action point. Yeah, because... Do I have, was it the last turn that you did? No, but that cost 2 AP. Okay, so... It is your turn now. Y'all are now in a falling landscape of no static structures. Only rocks, the earth, and darkness now surrounding you. The sunlight's peering through falling rubble, but you are now falling into the earth. What will you do, Kota Miyamoto?
Okay. I want to do a thing. I would like to take a deep breath and use sword dance. You move up to 10 feet in a whirling dance, slashing to any enemies in your direct path.
Okay. Do I need to roll a save for that or anything?
All enemies caught must roll a 12 plus dex evasion.
So a dirty 20?
He would need a dirty 20. As he flies around... actually, I don't think I rolled a hit. I think I just make them make the save.
Yeah, I just do the DC, so let me roll that real quick. He has a 4 in evasion. That's a 12, it hits.
How many actions? Oh, that takes 2 action points, so... Well, he is going to take a breath, his eyes snapping open, as he is going to bounce from rock to rock to rock. A flurry of petals flowing around him, as he is going to use, on top of that, power enhancement to increase his damage die by 1 to give him 9d8.
Why the amount?
All right, so
I might have to use my special reaction here, depending on what you do. So go ahead and roll.
33 damage.
33 damage. I'll take that.
That
so,
does take
yeah.
2 action points, so that's my turn done. And Gladius does fall because that's only for 2 turns.
And then his DR also falls down to 15 again. So it was 25 minus 33, you said?
Yep.
All right, so he's now at 37 health. You have managed to bring literally a special grade calamity that has feared across all of Japan down to less than half, stuff that most first grade sorcerers couldn't even dream of doing. So you, Kota Miyamoto, beat with a heart full of courage and of certainty that if you act right, you can win this fight. However, you are in his space now, his territory, in the earth, in Gaia, where it all began, where barren lands roam. He is going to, with a clenched fist, the hand that doesn't hold his sword, do a kind of like motioning movement with his left claw, and you see to the right of you a literal like beam of rock trying to like jagger you, trying to stab into you, a like probably 4 foot like radius spherical rod of earth. I need you to roll me a dex save with a disadvantage. So roll your normal thing and then just take the least the lowest roll.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I can just do disadvantage on the dice thing. Go. 22.
A 22. All right, you're able to dodge. Explain your dodge.
He just keeps doing his flower dance. Petals dancing between the air. The wind from earlier still kind of strong, filling the curse's nostrils, whatever it has of them, with the scent of cherry blossoms, the scent of sakura, the scent of death. As Kota has stopped talking trash at this point and is just staring it down.
This insolence will be rewarded. You see him hold up his left hand and hear a boom, 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 deep reverberations, something that shouldn't be heard by most people, but is heard by you and your keen senses. And you see an unseen force of frequencies. His seismic manipulation does not just move the earth, It is attuned to the frequency of life itself. Basically, a sound wave of frequencies is now attempting to basically like push you up against a hard surface where you are vulnerable. I need you to roll me a strength save.
Of course you do.
Sorry, not everything can be dex, Skittle. Something's got to be strength.
Okay. All right. 18.
18. It is a... I think that actually beats it. Let me check.
Also, at the end of my next turn is my third turn in max tech, right?
Yes.
So,
the beginning of your third turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it happens at the end of my third turn.
No, I'm saying the beginning of your third turn is like... Yeah, I'm sorry. I know what you mean. You are correct. You are correct.
Yeah, okay.
Then... it is going to... for its last action... yeah, I can just use that if you do that. Yeah, that's fine. So I have a good body stat, right? Yeah. I'll just spend CE for it though. He is going to launch forward with his left hand now holding onto the sword, try and swing at you in a horizontal strike. It's just going to be rolling evasion versus his strength.
Okay.
So that is a plus natural 20. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't evade against that, can I?
You can attempt to if you get a natural 20 and a higher roll. Because he has a plus 11 to hit and you have a plus 11 to dodge. So if you got a natural 20, technically it would tie. Defense goes to the winner.
How much damage is this going to be doing to me?
It's 8, 16, 20, 34, 35. So you're going to roll a death save, and it's going to also injure you because it's a natural 20.
How much damage is it?
28 after your DR.
28.
But 35 in total.
Okay, wait. Is 28 with or without my DR?
With
my DR. Okay,
so 35 in total. Yeah.
You know what? He is not going to try to dodge. He's going to try to parry.
He's going to try to parry?
Yep.
All right.
Because
so
my parry
it's still a natural 20, so you'll just roll your...
Yes, but it gives me more rolls.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You're smart. You're smart. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. One's a natural 11 and one's a natural 19. So, in reality, no.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh, right. Sheila. Okay.
So this is
I'll go ahead and
it's
gonna be a death save. Yeah. So basically, what happens? Let me 1 second.
Do I add my body or my soul to it?
You're gonna add your body to it. But let me.
Okay. Let me know when I make the roll.
As you see this calamity, the earthquake curse Namazu huddle into the ground, you can't track him for a second, and he bursts out of one of the rocks as you are falling, and with his right hand, his massive blunted sword slams into the waist. Your right rib cage cracks at its pressure, and you go flying. Roll me a death save, Kota Miyamoto.
All right.
The first one is a 10.
No.
If you expend all of your hardened petals right now, I will allow you to roll one more death save. But you will
All right, I'll
immediately
do it.
incur the effects of your maximum technique. So from now on, you will need to roll essentially 2 death saves.
Here we go.
One for your maximum
My
technique
last
and then the
moment.
other.
Here
Yes.
we go. 15.
He did it! He is back at 1 HP, but at the cost of incurring the natural predicament of the cursed technique. Go ahead and explain what that is.
So, whenever Kota Miyamoto activates maximum technique, he is essentially... Those petals don't come from nothing. So what he does is he expends his own body, transforming his muscle fibers, his blood, his skin, any organic matter becomes petals. That's why he looks younger. He takes care of the dead or decaying flesh first, but that's still his body mass. So, at the end of every 3 turns of combat, he must make a death saving. So he's good for now, but at the end of this next turn he's going to have to make another death save.
This is true. This is true. Somehow, some way, Kota Miyamoto, standing there bloody, beaten, and bruised, has still not given up. For some reason. What do you fight for, Kota? Why? Do you still stand? There is no hope. There's no hope left. What is it that
Kota.
brings you on?
Kota's eyes, as the sword comes forward, they close for a second. Darkness. He thinks in his mind, this thing's been after me. He sent him after me to die. If I die now, then does that mean that they'll leave? Sota's out of the way. The people have been evacuated. I'm so tired. As he fades more and more from consciousness, he feels a soft touch of his wife. He begins to weep. I've earned a rest, haven't I? I've done enough. I think I have. And then he thinks to Sota. He thinks of the boy who loves to play fighting games. Boy who, despite everything, despite being spoiled rotten, despite every inclination, became such a good young man. The young man was always worried, always burdened when his grandfather would pass that he would take. Kota gently lifts the spectral hands of his love to his shoulders as he goes, I hope you will forgive me, my love. I still have one more person I need to help. As his eyes snap open, the hardened petals clashing against its coughs up blood. As he stands now on the pedestal facing the curse, as he goes, Did you think that would be enough? As he stares up at it, it's still vulnerable from his last attack. As he braces both of his hands on his pommel, funneling cursed energy into his attack, as he is going to use his once per encounter attack, Severing Strike. And he is also going to spend 3 CE power enhancement.
Alrighty.
So bringing it up to 10 and bringing his total. And I believe I did evade once.
Yes, you
Let
did.
me just check. No, wait, no. Where's the passive? There it is. Okay, and he also has a +2 to hit because of it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So his attacks are going to be +13 and +11 respectively.
Okay.
So first roll, 23. Second roll, 25.
Okay. The creature is going to choose to brace, adding 5 to his DR or this specific action. And he is going to hold an action.
Strike.
Oh, go ahead.
Here's
go
how
ahead.
Severing Strike works. It cuts through half of his DR. So it is only 10.
Only 10. Only 10. Alrighty.
So that is 5d6 plus 11 at advantage because of the vulnerable stack. 31. Reduced to 21.
That is going to bring it down to 16.
And that's only for one attack, but it also reduces his DR by an additional 3 for a total of 4, bringing him to 16 DR for the next attack.
All right. What would you like for your next action to be? You have one more left because obviously you only had one from being staggered before.
Yeah, so do I have anything else that's one action point? Because that took 2. It's worth it. Just even if it gives the effect, he's gonna do another forced opening, since that is now off of cooldown, to try to make it vulnerable again. Doesn't add anything to the attack, but is something nice to have.
Okay.
And he is going to reduce another 3 CE to do an empowered strike. So this is 5d6, but here's the roll to hit.
He is still going to brace, so 19.
Yep.
DR.
24 to hit. And here's 27 to hit.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be, here's the damage. 27. Oh my god! Oh my god! You said it was 19, right?
19 is his DR, yes.
That's exactly enough to bring him to 0!
Well. Explain what you do, because he will still get to roll a death save, but explain what you do.
His first attack, a severing strike, as he braces for it, Coda, in an overhand swing, in the motion, would drop down, his sword falling from his hand, as it dinked harmlessly off the armor, spinning in the air, before he grabs it, thrusting it forward, stabbing it into its chest, and its second action, giving it once again the condition, as he just twists the blade into its gut.
The creature staggers back in its pain and its awe that you, such a simple thing, a bug could harm it, could bring it to its knees. Go ahead and, well, actually, let me roll its death save, and I need you to roll a death save as well, now as a 15 plus body. His body is okay, so he saved. He's saved. He's still at 1. This goes down to 13.
So 15. I only get +2 to this, so here we go. 21.
21. You survive another day. It is now Namazu's turn, and Namazu is going to what?
He is going to, before anything else, he holds his hand to his side, blood dripping from his hand, a maniac smile upon his face. He has not felt this adrenaline in decades. But then he coughs up blood, looks at the creature and goes, "Creature, are you under any vows or contracts that you cannot break to kill me? Or was it simply to distract me?"
I do what I agreed to, for both heaven and hell. Enforce it.
That's not the question I asked, beast. Neither of us wants to die. Neither of us are in the shape to continue. I would much rather plunge this into regret, as much as you would like to cave in my face. But if you have the ability to leave, I will let you. So we may fight another day. So we may live another life. And he is basically just saying, if you don't have to keep going, I don't want to either.
So what happens is he he's dealt with sorcerers before. So immediately he's like, ugh, like very like kind of like he wants to kill you. He wants to kill you, but he is selfish. He just cares about like living and growing more powerful. He can't grow more powerful if he's dead. So he is going to, with no effort at all, like plunge into rock and just disappear. And as soon as this happens, you immediately know you have to escape, or else you are going to get buried in rubble.
All right.
So I need you to roll me a DC of 25 dex. A plus 11 roll and a plus 9 roll.
So I roll a plus 11 roll. Do I roll a plus 11 roll at disadvantage or just a plus 11?
A 1d20 plus 11, and then a 1d20 plus 9, and then we take the lowest roll.
Okay.
So roll the plus 11 first.
Here's that. Oh my god.
31. Natural 20, 31. That is insane. Go ahead on the next roll.
Here we go.
No.
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 Sarah.
I'm sorry. I've done all I can.
Wait.
As Kota Miyamoto dances through the rubble, the falling rock and stone having to dodge and weave, the end is in sight, but it's too far.
As the light fades from, he blinks. He takes a breath, but there is no air. He wakes up in a dark room. Calling it a room would be an exaggeration, but a dark void. He is sat down, a small cup of tea in his hands. Smell of cherry blossom. As he sighs and takes a drink and goes, and this is how it happens. As he stares into the dark, I believe I have had a good run. My boy, my son, I hope you find your solace. I hope that with me gone, your hatred will ebb and flow away like the wind. My daughter, I hope you are strong enough to lead without me. I hope your husband stays by your side a great time. And I hope that his mind drifts to Sota. The reason he did this. He's safe now. The curse is gone. Deal completed. He feels a warm breeze on his back. Behind him, a bright, glowing light. The doorway to the next beyond. His wife, her black hair shining, her smile wide just as he remembers. At least, that's what he thinks. As he sighs and looks down at his blade. As the camera zooms out to a pile of rubble, a stack of rocks crudely placed together with his sword stuck in the ground. His home has been defended this day.
The Miyamoto clan massacre will be labeled as one of the greatest disasters in sorcerer history, losing approximately over 20 sorcerers and over 100 civilians. This will be marked and remembered until the end of time. Many lost, many people for this day and age. A new era will gulf over Japan. As cursed spirits, cursed users, sorcerers, students, and the gears that run the world inevitably collide, there is but one truth. The building tensions have almost begun to break the dam, and there won't be much more time until everyone knows the chaos. The chaos that rings in between sounds and far universes, untamed, unbridled, and unknown. Some learned from this, some were scarred. But know this, in the world of Jujutsu, no winner shall stay on top for long. And that is the end of Arc 1 of Spirit Unraveled. The arc of the beginnings.
Don't worry, guys. I have a solution to him.
Throw him in the water.
Oh,
Nah.
don't throw him in the
I got
water.
something more.
I like the
Oh,
I
no,
like
it would be
the
so inconvenient with if there was a river right behind you.
That would be so inconvenient if there was a river 30
30
feet
feet-
behind you.
30 feet away.
Is that really a
Possible
solution
for
though? Is that bad?
It would be.
I mean, yeah,
it would
it makes it. He's on fire. Yeah, he's on fire right now.
That's a-
Literally on
Yeah.
fire.
Wait, I'm
just-
playing.
If
I'm
I
playing
didn't
Elden Ring
have
right
a
now. Is there
human
actually just a river
strength-
behind you?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
just
a river right behind
Fucking
you.
hilarious.
It would be or if he was
Okay.
just so hot that it became like a river of steam and touching his body just turned it to steam or
Oh,
something. That
right
shit would be so
now,
hot.
right now, his like the heat he's at is really like it's really hot. If he did that like the first couple levels maybe, but right now it would absolutely just melt anything it comes to contact with.
So,
Yeah.
question.
Journey to the West, Chapter
6.
105, The Thunderclap Monastery.
Bro, I'm cutting that out.
Yeah.
The mountains
What was-
covered in pine trees.
Dude, what is this?
What is this?
I have no idea, bro. I have zero
Audio-
clue.
Fucking
Bugging
ASMR
ass.
audiobook ass.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why are they reading a screenplay? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing in here? See, that's the thing I like about these is that I can just cut anything that's goofy like that. And I'm just like, bro. Dude, that's so funny. Episode 19. Thunderclap. Like, check that out.
What?
Shut
Okay.
up. We're in the combat here. We're in the mud. We're in the mud here. Don't you know that, DJ Khaled? Don't you know that? Dude, that's so funny. Episode 19. Thunderclap. Like, check that out.
What?
Shut
Okay.
up. We're in the combat here. We're in the mud. We're in the mud here. Don't you know that, DJ Khaled? Don't you know that?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never
No,
gonna
don't make me
roll
laugh.
around and desert you.
Dang it, Sawyer.
Alrighty. And we shall begin.